on. Okay, we're going to call to order the Board of Zoning Appeals. I need approval for last meeting's minutes.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion granted. You guys have all seen proof of publication. We need to make it a matter of record.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion granted. There are affidavits for the applicant's petition. We need to make that a matter of record.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion granted. All right, petitions before the board. Kevin Biggs, on behalf of Crossroads Community, is requesting a special exemption of use in a C2 zoned area. Refer to City Code 150.130, uses permitted. The applicant can come up and present it.
Hi, I'm Dina Freight with Crossroads Community.
And I'm Nick Coons with Picture.
What Kevin is asking for is on the property that's noted that is owned by Biggs Property Management, is for the zoning. Crossroads Community was initially looking at and had talked with the county commissioners about the land directly across from the jail for future housing for Crossroads Community. Part of being able to do that is applying for the federal home lending loan. It's up to $1 million. So apply for that grant that would take care of allowing us to build that. The challenge is at the jail, there's a point system that the lending organization goes by, and the location and the residence has to be within a certain mileage of emergency services and grocery stores. Being there at the jail, across from the jail, we would be losing up to a couple of points because it was farther than for the hospital area, and it can't be as a crow flies. It has to be by the road. And Nick can attest that they have lost, as Kevin has applied for some of these for other reasons in the past, they've lost grants by a quarter of a point. So Kevin presented and suggested this property here that he owns. Part of the federal home loan lending is that there has to be donations in kind for the loan as well. So what Kevin would be doing is donating a portion of this land, and from the valuation of it, to go towards that, and then Crossroads would pay for the rest. So this is where, and then our loan to be able to get that, so that we'd be within the point, so we have a better chance of getting the loan. So that's the reason for the location and the zoning request.
The board got questions? I mean, what kind of structures are you building?
They're like two cabin size, so it would house eight individuals. Right now we'd be building, I think, a men's house and a small administration building. So our administrative offices are in Bern right now. We do have one house in Bern for men right now. We're looking to open up a second one for women. This would then put some housing in the northern part of the county.
Is it the site plan or just?
And
okay.
the ideal part is that it's close to the jail.
Okay.
And that's just bare land there now?
Yeah.
Grass.
I think right now we've got plotted out 3, so like 2 cabins and a small administrative building.
Right now, it's up at the corner of those two.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're barely using the lot.
To get started with, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So it's currently C3, is that right? And we're
So it's just be like
C2,
So,
and we're gonna go to what,
Tropic
R1?
flooring on the other side.
C2 is just special exemption.
Is that what I'm kind of thinking?
There's Winchester Street and then Village Green Drive.
There is no permitted use, there is nothing by special exception or contingent, so that's why we've gotten it from the board. With that being said, you will also need to set any setback requirements.
Have you seen the blueprint?
No,
Okay.
no, I haven't seen any drawings, I've only seen the property.
Street. Trying to think where that is.
I mean, the width of the lot appears to be 142.29 feet. So it's not that there would be any issue with residential setbacks, like 20.
I don't know what the size of the building is.
Yeah, what's the size of that thing?
Take that.
because they're gonna like that right now,
From the property line, that's the front yard,
front side.
front and side, well, yeah, because you'd have two front yards. So, you're saying setback is 35,
Well,
that's
to
gonna...
the first building, 35 off Village Green, 35.
Right.
Here.
Right.
Here,
So,
Nick.
that's
Want to
actually,
show him?
that's from the property line, it's going to the street.
Now, I'm thinking it's the property line, but it could be wrong.
Which,
So,
A minimum setback for residential is like 25 feet off the center of the road,
or
not
55 feet, 55 off the center, or 25 off the
off the property line. Okay.
And you said you think it's a 35 right now?
off the property line.
Okay.
So,
And it's temporary
Yeah.
housing, so it's like no more than 6 months. Individuals would be living there for no more than 6 months, and then you would bring other, folks in.
And then you treat each building as an individual house, so you go by residential codes
so, well, yes and no.
as far
I mean,
as,
it would still be zoned a
Yeah,
C2,
you're gonna need a state design at least.
but it would be treated as a special exception use, and likely it doesn't cleanly fall within any one of the identified contingent uses, but it is in the nature of mental health care, medical treatment with, and hospitals, health care, nursing homes. Those are identified and permitted contingent uses within which sections? Do we have internet back yet? It is a permissible contingent use for a C2 zoned area, bottom line. But the nature of the use does fall more in line with a residential capacity. So you're looking at having not just a retail or a commercial business here. You're going to have people living in this structure, and we have those setbacks off the road and off the side yard, primarily for safety reasons. So maybe wise to take that into consideration when determining what kind of setbacks would be appropriate.
so does that need to be determined before we grant it?
It's in conjunction with, so the first step would be identifying whether or not the BZA approves community I flip them every time, Crossroads Community, to pursue the project and have a special exception use, and then identify, once that's granted, what those setbacks would be for that property and that special exception use.
There's enough room, though, that the standard setbacks can be
Correct.
without having to modify
this
it.
be addressed here?
Personal opinion,
Or
the setbacks
later?
they have right now.
It'll be done today.
from,
It'll be done in conjunction with this.
Okay.
I would put in a 20-foot rear yard setback, which is typical. And then, this is on one property, so there's a property line. But normally, for meadows, it's 10-foot side yard. So I would say 20 foot in between buildings to stay. If they go more than that, then that's fine. But I would say 20 foot in between
And a 20-foot rear.
and a 20-foot rear.
Is there any parking in front of these?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the next question is, are you going to make him put sidewalks in the street?
Kind of have to, don't
I
they?
would think, I mean,
They have to?
Yeah, but you're talking over 1,000 linear foot sidewalk.
I mean, that had been considered with every other commercial project
Well,
that has been
have,
done.
yeah, we have our ordinance says any new construction.
Would they have to put the whole sidewalk in at once or just in front of the house?
That's up to you guys. You guys make that call.
Do it with the size of where we're developing at the moment, and then move on as we move on.
that's typical in residential, right? You just put it in front of your...
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But the permit's pulled for each lot.
right.
So you said Kevin's donating part of the land. Is that, are they cutting it off and separating it?
No,
So he's just gonna,
Percentage.
it's just a certain percentage, okay. So you're not,
percentage of it.
he's not splitting it into this first part and then, okay.
Now there is sidewalk on the opposite side. So if we were to have them put sidewalk just in front, treat this like one lot to here, they could run sidewalk across to there, and then we could put an ADA ramp in, a crosswalk over to the other side, and then they can away on the other side of the road.
I think that's more fair, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's got, I mean, you're talking here, what? You're talking 378 plus 669.
For a grand.
1050, yeah, 1,050 feet.
You wouldn't want to put the sidewalks in. Concrete trucks are going to destroy it when you build the next building.
Right, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So if they start adding buildings, then if they add buildings, they just
Add the sidewalks, yeah.
Yep.
Along the front.
They can take out the ADA ramp here and extend it down. That's fine.
I agree.
Required on Washington, Winchester Street.
All right, there's already one there.
Is there one there?
There's one there.
Yeah, you see it
Yeah, it's right here.
right through the R.
Right through here. It curves around.
See this one, yeah, right down by the R.
Perfect.
So those will be the requirements after we pass. Is that right? Okay.
Are there any other questions from the board? Okay, the board will hear comments from people in opposition. Nobody's opposed. The board will hear comments from people in favor. Nobody's in favor. Board's final questions? Okay. Well, then we'll go on to the finding of facts. Special exemption is required for uses of such an unusual nature that their operation may give rise to unique problems with respect to their impact upon neighborhood property and public facilities. The board may authorize a special exemption for certain uses as defined in the chapter, providing the applicant has provided information that the proposed special exemption will be in compliance with all applicable conditions and requirements of this chapter. Number 1, the establishment, maintenance, or operation of the special exemption will not be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, we have 3 yeses. The special exemption will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor substantially diminish and impair property value within the neighborhood.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. The establishment of the special exemption will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding property for uses permitted in the district.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. 3. Adequate utilities, access roads, drainage, and other necessary facilities have been or are being provided.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. Adequate measures have been or will be taken to provide ingress or egress so designed to minimize traffic congestion to the public streets.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. Special exemption will be located in a district where such use is permitted and where all other requirements set forth in 150.263 applicable to the special exemption will be met.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. It is therefore the decision of the board that the petition for special exemption is
Granted.
Granted. Granted.
granted, subject to the conditions stated herein. So,
And that would be the setbacks.
okay, and then you write that in next, or we...
So we have, and I just want to clarify, you said for the front yard setback, you did say 25 feet minimum?
25 foot would be the city's minimum, they're showing
35?
feet.
Okay. Okay. And then construction of sidewalks to be included and added as the buildings
Well, we
are
also
constructed.
Yeah. The
minimum of 20 foot.
20 on the rear and 20
Right.
between.
Right.
Between.
So,
And,
Now, do you want to hold them to 35, being what it is? That's
well, the rule of thumb is it's either 55 from the center of the street or it's 25 from the property.
okay.
I mean, unless we go out and measure it,
Well,
I'm happy.
you changing that plotting on that, or you gonna change the plotting on that, or is that where it's going?
It's possible it could move,
Okay.
but I don't know that right now.
I mean, if we stick with the 55, 25, I think we'll be all right. Yeah.
And if you move it back, that's,
So construction-wise, what do we, so if it's a C2, they have to build it to C2?
well, these are gonna have to get a state design release because you're doing commercial and residential.
Yeah, with being what it is, I mean, sprinkler, like, I don't know what you're doing with that, assuming it'll have to be sprinkled in. Yeah, okay.
Huh? No, because it's just a ranch, you got this two-story.
No, it's just ranch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a mutt. It's gonna be,
it's closer to a boarding house than anything else.
so it's probably gonna have fire alarm system, it's probably gonna, smoke detection, sprinkler, I'm not gonna say one way or the other right now. I think that's gonna be based on the number of occupants and square footage of the building, so that'll be up to the design professional.
They gotta do the state submitted, but I don't know if we're holding them to a certain construction type to meet that, obviously, with,
No, that'll be up to the design professional.
okay.
He'll decide what the construction type's gonna be on that, and what the occupancy classifications are.
question?
The side yard setback is 10 feet, but that essentially means 20 feet between the buildings. I just need to do my math. I just need to do my math better.
Take your shoes off. Do I read that?
I can. The special exception is granted subject to any conditions stated herein. So you have the front yard setback set at 25 feet from the property line or 55 feet from center of street, rear yard setback of 20 feet, side yard setback at 10 feet, and sidewalk construction required with construction and at the time of each building constructed. So this would be okay.
All right,
Very much.
well, good. Thank you. Old business.
Old business, we haven't had one complaint about the G part, or the G lot down there.
Really?
The last few years.
Pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Heard a screech here and there, every once in a while.
You need to hang out at my house.
You're still here.
Oh, yeah.
Is it going
Called
down?
this morning at 7:00. Screech! And I thought, well, it is what it is.
A less
Oh,
complaints, is it slowed down to you, Kevin?
Hmm?
Is it, like, you think it's less than it used to be?
I think they're trying harder.
Okay.
What did you need out of that?
Took my
And
agenda.
that's so nice and neat in there.
Well, there. Now it'll be nice and neat again. Okay, is that all the old business?
That's all the old business.
New business?
New business, Chris Mendez, he built a house down on Shermar Street, which was sold for 2.6, wasn't it? 2.7. Yeah. Yeah, on Shermar. He owns a lot at 822 North Penn Street, and he wants to come in and apply for a setback variance of 1.5 feet to give him a setback of 8.5. I've got the property there.
Is there enough room on the other side? Or is it empty?
It's empty right now. But we're looking probably about a 50-foot lot,
Okay.
maybe shorter than that, 48. So that's why he's requesting that 1.5-foot variance. He wants to put a new house up.
So what if they stick one on the empty lot next to it? And they ask for a variance?
This lot?
I don't know, there's an empty lot next to it, isn't there?
No.
Oh, okay,
You're right here.
okay. And there's,
There's a building there, and there's a building there.
I mean, fire code is
5 feet.
off the property line, basically 10 feet between, not including overhangs. Okay.
so they'll be well within that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
state code.
All right, got that to look forward to. Anything else?
Down there.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
A second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned.